Welcome to the first annual Virtual Manufacturing Day event for the Northern Middle Workforce Area. I'm Marla Rife. I'm the Executive Director of the Northern Middle Tennessee area, and I'm happy to host this event today alongside of Ellen Gomez, who is with the Tennessee Board of Regents Career Pathways Program. She is the Regional Coordinator for Northern Middle. You know, 2020 has been a challenging year and has impacted our economy greatly with the pandemic. While manufacturing suffered greatly at the beginning, most of our employers have rebounded quickly and are seeking to build their workforce to continue their manufacturing of the products. We're very happy to have an esteemed group of panelists for you today. And we're going to be starting off with the spokesperson for manufacturing in the state of Tennessee, Mr. Bradley Jackson. Bradley serves as the president and CEO of the Tennessee Chamber of Commerce and the Tennessee Manufacturing Association. The Manufacturing Association was founded over 100 years ago and serves as a statewide voice for business and manufacturing in the state of Tennessee. Bradley, we're glad to have you with us today.
Thank you, Marla and Ellen, very much. We're very happy to be here today and to talk about manufacturing, something that we're all very, very passionate about here. So I want to touch on really the power of manufacturing in the volunteer state, and also you all as students to really start thinking about career paths and the tremendous opportunities that manufacturing really has for you. You know, we'll go through some data about you know, how much more manufacturing careers really do pay than a number of other jobs. But before we do that, let's talk a little bit about manufacturing in the volunteer state. So manufacturing is the second largest private sector employer in Tennessee, employing over 350,000 Tennesseans, and that's out of about 2.8 million people who's available in our workforce today. There are over 5,000 individual manufacturing firms spread all across our state that are small, large, and medium, and they make all sorts of things that you can imagine. A lot that you know about and a lot that you don't know about, but it contributes overall to our strong manufacturing economy. Tennessee is one of, and when you look at the United States of America, we are one of the top 10 states in the entire nation in terms of our manufacturing strength. And why is that? Well, it's because Tennessee has a great location where we're located in North America. We have good roads, good waterways, but most importantly, it's really the people who are passionate about working with things. Tennessee has a long history. You know, probably a lot of your parents or grandparents have worked in manufacturing. You may not have considered that in a traditional sense, but Tennessee has a very strong tradition, and a lot of manufacturers want to be here. They want to come here. They want to be in rural areas because they really like the volunteer state. Also, you know, as we think of manufacturing in your areas, you may live in a small town. I'm from Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, or a big city, but why do we want and need manufacturing to be strong? Because manufacturing is the backbone of America and our economic strength. And the reason for that is because typically manufacturers, for every dollar in wages that they pay out in a community, that ripples through the entire community, through small businesses, through suppliers. It may be trucking, but that equates to about $3. So it's a really strong ripple effect out in communities. So communities like to have strong manufacturing bases that are making you know, good things here in Tennessee. So you may ask, what are the top sectors in Tennessee for manufacturing? Well, first is motor vehicles, as you could expect, in parts. Two, food and beverage. Tennessee has a very strong food and beverage manufacturing industry. Three are chemicals. Fourth, fabricated metals. Fifth, appliances, and then machinery, and seventh, paper, and then some others falling a little bit after that. But overall, manufacturers have a challenge to be strong in the manufacturing state, and that is what some of you all may hear about, our skills gap or workforce challenges. And that's where you all come in and play such a strong role. Manufacturers need to grow, and they want to grow, and they have the ability to grow. But one thing that's holding them up is finding talented individuals like yourselves out there who are interested in working for manufacturers. So I know we're going to have a lot of discussion about that today. So as I close up, I told you I would mention, what does manufacturing pay? Well, everybody talks about, oh, manufacturing careers. Well, the data that we have is manufacturing career is much higher than any other career that you're going to find where either you attain a technical certificate or degree, and that averages about $70,521, and that is compared to only $44,406 when you look at all other industries that are being kind of non-farm employment. So there's strong data out there that shows manufacturing careers really do pay off. They have tremendous potential, especially with the pandemic that's happened. So if you're interested in technology, automation, or really so many things, manufacturing is a great career. So with that said, thanks everybody for joining us today, and be glad to take any questions. And I think I'm supposed to transition to the group that we have coming after us. We have 4 major employers, and each of those employers are in these different sectors that I mentioned. So there's North American Stamping Group, Rich's Food Products, Bridgestone, and LG. So I think most of you all know what these individuals make, and we're proud to have you all join us here today. So I'll turn it over next to our manufacturers.
And good morning. And welcome to Manufacturing Day, October the 2nd, 2020. My name is Larry Dickens, and I am the Apprenticeship Training Manager for North American Stamping Group. I wish that you could have been with us today, but the events and conditions of our world prevent that from happening. Here's a little bit about North American Stamping Group. We were founded in 1978 in Canada and have grown into one of the largest Tier 2 automotive suppliers in North America. We are privately owned, and we have 13 separate locations. We employ over 1,500 people across all of our facilities, and we utilize the latest technology and state-of-the-art facilities to meet the needs of a very competitive automotive industry. From our beginnings in 1978, you can see that we have experienced consistent and continuous growth throughout that time. Here you can see that we have carefully positioned ourselves throughout the NAFTA corridor to support our Tier 1 customers. We have 2 facilities in Woodstock, Ontario, Canada. One is a stamping and assembly plant, and the other is a tech center that builds new tooling. We have a stamping facility in Ada, Ohio. We have a stamping facility and assembly plant in Ridgeville Corners, Ohio. We have an assembly plant in Paulding, Ohio. We have a stamping and assembly plant in Bryan, Ohio. We have a tooling and automation center in Ridgeville Corners, Ohio. We have a stamping and assembly plant in Muncie, Indiana. And we have 3 manufacturing plants in Tennessee. The first is a stamping and assembly plant in Portland, Tennessee. The second is a stamping and assembly plant in Portland, Tennessee as well, and it is also our corporate headquarters from where I'm speaking with you today. We have our third plant in Tennessee, and it's located in Pulaski, Tennessee, and we do metal stamping and assembly there as well. We have a plant in Mexico that does stamping and assembly. And finally, we have our sales and engineering office in Farmington Hills, Michigan. And from there, we're able to work very closely with our Tier 1 partners. As you can see from this slide, that we work with almost all of the major OEMs. Or original equipment manufacturers, and we do that work through our Tier 1 partners. Our core products that all of our facilities make are shown in this slide. We have seating and windows and ride control, exhaust, noise reduction, and structural. You will see in these next few slides where some of our parts go, and you may recognize some of these places in your vehicle. Exhaust parts, all kinds of catalytic converters and other exhaust parts, big truck parts, struts, shocks. motor mounts, seat parts, frame members, big truck brakes, and heat shields. One of the things that we do at North American Stamping Group that I'm very proud of is train tool and die makers. North American Stamping Group has established a tool and die apprenticeship program to help deal with the shortage of skilled tool and die makers in our area. Skilled labor is increasingly hard to find, and studies show that in the next 10 years, there will be a 47% shortfall of tool and die makers in our industry. In an attempt to stay competitive, North American Stamping Group has committed to training tool and die makers that we need in-house to give them the skills necessary to lead our company into the future. We have created a dedicated training room so that our apprentices can train and can study uninterrupted. We have built a beautiful shop out in our manufacturing plant so that our apprentices can perform their projects without and always have the equipment that's available to them. You can see a few pictures of our guys working on their projects, and I'm the old guy in the middle. We partner with NIMS to prove competencies all throughout our program. We go through level 1 and level 2 machining. We also do die making 2 and die making 3. Each time a apprentice does a project, he takes a test. After completion of both the project and the test, he gets a certificate. At the end of the program, we also get a certificate from the United States Department of Labor showing that that apprentice has now completed a tool and die apprenticeship program. You may be asking why we all got together today to talk to you. Well, there's an increasing demand for highly skilled professionals in the manufacturing sector who can design, program, and operate technology. Over the next decade, manufacturers will need to fill 4.6 million jobs. We want to help introduce young people and others in the community to the thriving manufacturing industry, to change the perceptions of manufacturing, and to highlight the high-tech and the innovative companies like us that are solving tomorrow's challenges today. We are North American Stamping Group.
Thank you, Larry. It's exciting to hear the work you're doing, and we're excited next to hear from Michael Benjamin from LG.
Good morning, everybody. I am glad to be here today. Ellen, Marla, thank you very much for the opportunity for LG to present the information, and to the young men and women on this call, thank you for being here today as well. I welcome the opportunity to get you guys to our factory so that we can showcase it. COVID presents some very special challenges, but we are setting up programs to where we can have small group tours. So, speak with your teacher, your instructor, your principals, whoever, and let's coordinate something and get you guys in here. So I've got a lot to go over. I want to showcase our factory here. This is our brand new state-of-the-art facility located in Clarksville, Tennessee. LG is a global manufacturer. Specifically for washing machines. That's what we make in Clarksville, Tennessee. Our global washing machine manufacturers, we're located in 11 countries, and we have 12 different production sites, with our most recent one here in Clarksville, Tennessee. Some information about the factory, located in Clarksville. We are located on 310 acres. That's what you see in the picture now. And you can see we've purchased the land from our factory to the Kentucky state line, and that's for future expansion. You can actually see the dirt to the north of the factory. That's called what we call pad ready. That means once we get this factory stabilized and profitable, we are prepared to build another factory. It could be refrigerators, could be TVs, could be dishwashers. So a lot of excitement and possibilities for the future of LG. So you can see we have the main facility, and then you see 4 supporting buildings. So overall, between all the buildings, we have about 1 million square feet under roof. The main building is comprised of both first and second floors. The additional buildings that you see there, we have our security buildings, our utilities building, which supplies the steam to power our air tools, as well as our fire suppression and boiler systems. We also have what we call our EPS building, the extruded polystyrene. That's basically where we make the styrofoam, the packaging for our products. And then we have our hazardous material and storage recycling buildings as well. For the factory, we are designed to build 1.2 million washing machines per year. Our factory is comprised of 4 different lines, main lines and sublines. Those lines are front load washing machines and top load washing machines. And between those 2 lines, we have the capacity to build about 600,000 per line, again, equating to 1.2 million per year. The top load, we have 7 sub-assembly lines, and on front load, we have 9 assembly lines. So basically, we sub-assemble a lot of the product upstairs, and then through a series of either elevators or AGVs, automated guided vehicles, we transport that the product downstairs for final assembly on the first floor. Now, in addition to the assembly, we have what we call our production parts department. So that includes our press department, our injection mold department, our paint department, and again, our extruded polystyrene department. The press department, we have 7 lines, 23 different presses, and their capacities range from 350 to 700 tons. On the injection mold that you see on the left-hand side of the picture here, we have 26 machines. Their capacities range from 450 to 1,800 tons. And then in our paint department, we have both what is liquid paint, wet paint, and then also a powder coat, which is electrostatic. So currently we have 650 LG employees. That does not include an additional 150 staffing agency employees. We have an immediate need to increase our staff because we have plans to expand. So by the end of the year, we need to get that number up to around 1,000. Additionally, 2021 is looking pretty good for us right now. There's a lot of demand for LG washers. So we have plans to increase another 300 to 350 around the end of next year. So our shift schedules for the main line, we only have 1 shift for our assembly and sub-assembly. Those hours are 6:45 to 5:30, so it's a 10-hour shift, so 50 hours a week. But in our production parts department, we have, of course, first shift, but then we do have second and third shift positions available. And then for our injection mold, we just recently went to a 24/7, 12-hour operation shift. The injection mold is a primary component of products that supply to the line, so we have to keep that department running continuously. As far as employment opportunities, we're across the board. It's not just operator positions that we have available. We have technicians, we have leads, we have material handlers. It's not just on the hourly side either. We have entry-level associate positions that we need to fill. So there's several positions that are open right now. Anybody interested, you can go to lgecareers.com, take a look at the positions that we have, and then more than welcome to apply. I appreciate the opportunity to showcase our factory, and again, welcome you young men and women to join us. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. We're moving from Clarksville to Rutherford County next, and we're going to hear from Josh Chinchilla at Rich Products.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. We're going to talk a little bit about who we are and what we stand for. Our company is called Rich Products Corp. As you can see, we just celebrated our 75th year anniversary. You can see there Mr. Bob Rich Jr., which is our chairman and owner, Mindy Rich, his wife, vice chairman, Rich Products Corporation president, and Rich Entertainment Group. It's very important to let you guys know that we are a family-owned company. That's very important for us, because in a ever-evolving world that the one we live in right now, that's key. Keeping a company family-owned. Our family values, as you can see, everything is family for us. Cherish our culture. Innovate in an ever-evolving world. If you don't innovate, and this is a good advice for you young guys, if you don't innovate, you will be left behind. Be the trusted first choice. You always want to be at the top. You always want to be the top choice for your customers. Better our communities. Communities is everything. Our family is everything. Do what's right all the time, everywhere, wherever you are. As you can see here, this is a brief overview about our continental US facilities. And in a very challenging world like right now, we are looking to buy new companies. We just acquired Risotto Foods in Wyoming, Christie Cookies in Nashville, Tennessee, Morris Seafood. We're not just a bakery company, we're also looking into seafood. Treehouse Foods in California, and Fridley, Minnesota. This is another brief overview about our global operations, our international businesses. As you can see, we got plants all over the world, including Brazil, China. We got brothers and sisters working in China. It's not a bad country. We love China. We got plants in Mexico, United Kingdom, India, South Africa, and also Indonesia. Beautiful country. These are some more examples of our customers, from Taco Bell to Sonic, Pizza Hut, Burger King, Oreo, Red Robin. Big names like Walmart, Kroger, Dunkin' Donuts, Publix, Costco, and Giant Eagle. This is our Rutherford County, Murfreesboro plant. As you can see, here's our facility, and Lineage right next to it. Our Murfreesboro plant, 347 associates, and I am lucky to know them, all of them, each and every one of them. Our original building construction completed in 1978. 250,000 square feet production facility, 250,000 square feet finished goods freezers, 8 processing lines. Our plant schedule is 24/7, production, sanitation, and maintenance. Diverse group of associates and cultures. Nothing more beautiful than working in a multicultural place. Human and food safety focus. So we really pay attention into safety. That's one of our slogans. It's very important for us. Skilled operators, average tenure of 15 years. I know some of these guys been working here for 50 years, 40, 50 years. Engaged workforce, outstanding safety record. Some of our Murfreesboro products include breads and rolls, frozen bread and roll dough, rolls and breads, sweet goods, cookies, cinnamon rolls, donuts, and biscuits, pizza crust, dough ball, and cheated. This is our brief overview of our entry-level positions from production, starting at $16.06 an hour, sanitation, and also maintenance. I am here, I am valued, I am rich. Everybody that works for Rich Products Corp is very proud to be part of this great company, a company that in a challenging times, right, like right now, is looking into buying another companies. And the key for that success is because we're not just family, but we're also family owned. That's our slogan. We take care of our community. We take care of our employees. And if you want to know more about Riches, or you want to be part of our company, just go to www.riches.com, where you can get more information about us or who we are or what we do. And you're very welcome. We're waiting for you. Come and join us. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Josh. We're excited to get to student questions, and we're going to hear from Yasmin Carrion next from Bridgestone.
Good morning. My name is Yasmin Carrion. I'm an HR recruiter here at Bridgestone Metalfa. It's my honor to represent our facility today and to tell you what we do here at Bridgestone Metalfa for the Bridgestone organization. As many of you know, I'm sure you've heard the name Bridgestone. Our primary business is the manufacturing of tires. However, here at Metalfa, we actually manufacture the steel cord that's found inside the tire fabrics and the rubber. We like to say that we make the skeleton of the tire. I'm going to dig in a little deeper and tell you guys a little bit more what that means. So this is a picture of our plant. We are located here in Clarksville, Tennessee. The pictures that you saw were of the various different types of steel cord that we make. They vary in size and number. Wire strands, it depends on where they're going to be used inside the tire, what different sizes that we have. The bottom middle picture will show you the steel cord that's used inside the tread. It's inside the belts and the outside edges. It's what we call the carcass ply. So it really is truly the skeleton that provides the strength of a tire. So a lot of folks don't know the ins and outs of a tire, but we make the actual skeleton of it from the inside. Our facility here in Clarksville was built in 1995. We started production in 1996, and we have been very fortunate. We've had 3 expansions since our plant started in 1996. Several different processes are used to make steel cord. There's very many specialized machines, technology, to achieve the strict specifications required for tire materials. Currently here in our facility in Clarksville, we have about 425 employees total. 300 are production machine operators. Our production machine operators are split into 4 teams that work on different shifts. We keep the plant going 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When we hire a new production operator, they average a 2-month training program to learn and operate the machine safely and ensure quality product for our customers. Our only customers are actually Bridgestone and Firestone plants in North America, Latin, and South America. 2 of our largest customers are right here in Middle Tennessee. We have a plant in Laverne and another plant in Warren County that purchase the truck and are making truck and bus tire plants. I'm going to tell you a little bit about our company. Bridgestone is a Japanese-owned company. We have a set of guiding principles that kind of guide the culture and the work that we do here at Bridgestone. So it's something that we like to tell anyone who would come into our facility, because these are we have a set of basic principles that guide the work and the culture here. Our mission: we serve society with superior quality. We put out a good quality product. Our products are out on the roads. We want to make sure that we're putting out good quality for our customers. We have the principles that kind of guide the work here: integrity, teamwork, creativity, innovation. And our quality mission, again, is to depict the processes required to create good customer value and trust. We educate and we improve our systems and our processes. We value our employees and their families. We spend a lot of time and resources on plant safety. We have awareness, compliance training processes, plant safety rules. We have engineering machine risk assessments that we do. And we value our natural resources and our environment. We show this by establishing annual targets to reduce the use of natural resources and reduce waste and CO2 emissions. We value our community. We address health, safety, and education issues inside of our community. So next, I'm going to show you a little bit about the activities that we have going on, and we support our Clarksville community. Like I mentioned before, we've been in Clarksville since 1995, and we definitely try to support our community. These are some of the activities that we've participated in. We assisted in the startup of the grain certification process in Clarksville. We trained other industries and businesses and helped them establish the processes for certification. We support Fort Campbell, which is our neighbor. We support our veterans and our community. We participate in programs like SAFE, Soldiers and Families Embraced. We also support locally. Our team members here, they participate and give generously to our local United Way. We have United Way campaigns that we do throughout the year to try to help out. Our team members also, we have assisted in building Habitat for Humanity houses. And then annually, we also give to the American Cancer Society. We participate in Relay for Life events. We support our local Red Cross. Our community is very important to us. They have been very supportive of us here in Clarksville, and we like to give back, and our team members also like to give back in all areas that we possibly can. We continue to try to support and be a partner for our community. So next, I'll tell you a little bit about employment opportunities here at Bridgestone Metalpa. As getting into manufacturing, this is a starting point. We hire production machine operators in an entry-level role. We actually provide the training necessary to do the skills inside of our facility. So we do provide a paid 2 to 3 month training program. It's almost the equivalent of going into a type of trade school here, but the trade is specific to our location, specific to our machines. So we do provide that training. It is paid for. You are paid while you're in training. It's about 80% hands-on. You will have hands-on experience with our machines. You'll also get about 20% classroom. You'll have quizzes. You'll have tests. You'll participate in group activities because those things are also important to us. We have a very competitive wage. We have an excellent benefit program. Our benefit package starts on the very first day that you start working as a Metalpa team member. Vision, health and life insurance, vision, dental insurance. We have HSAs, FSAs, a 401k with a company match. We have quarterly profit sharing as well as other benefits that it would take me probably a couple more minutes than I have to tell you all about. Again, let me tell you a little bit about the work schedule. Our team members here work a rotating shift pattern. It consists of 4 teams, A, B, C, and D. We try to make it as simple as possible. Scheduled, and they work a 12.5-hour shift to provide that 24/7 coverage. This is an example of the schedule here. It's called a 2-2-3 schedule. You work 2 days, you're off for 2 days, you work 3, and so on and so forth. So here's an example. You would work on Monday and Tuesday. You'd have off on Wednesday, Thursday, then you work the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The next week, you're off Monday, Tuesday. You work Wednesday, Thursday, you're off the following weekend. You see plenty of time off for those extra activities that are important to you and your families. Some of the competencies that are required to be a production machine operator here at Metalpa, the ability to use that critical thinking, good judgment, and prioritize your daily tasks. Ability to work independently or as part of a team. We also value the ability to read, write, and comprehend work instructions. We have a set of standard operating procedures that will tell you specifically how to operate the machine. So the ability to read, write, and comprehend those instructions is very important to doing the work here. And then lastly, a demonstrated perseverance and dedication. Self-motivation, wherever it comes from, wherever you find that drive, that's what we're looking for. We want to see that you are demonstrating that in your daily activities, and that will help us to move our business forward. There's always multiple opportunities to advance into other roles outside of production, but first, we believe the process should be learned. So we do an excellent job of training you and helping you to become 100% efficient in your role, and then we will gladly help to find other areas in production where we can help you to advance and further your career. Thank you so much for the time today, and if you have any questions, if you'd like to look forward to maybe applying here at Metalpa, you can visit our website, metalpausa.com. Part of our application process, we do require that our team members complete, that our candidates complete an assessment. It's a basic skills criteria. Again, we want to know that you have that basic reading, writing, math comprehension. We also do a mechanical skills assessment. We want to make sure that you have the basics of mechanics, that you have a basic understanding and mechanical aptitude. We want to see where that is. We have an application. We require a completed application. For us, when you put in the effort to complete your application from start to finish, it tells us that you understand good quality. And quality is of the utmost importance, again, for our team members, for our customers. Again, my name is Yasmin Carrion. I am one of the recruiters here, as well as Donna Bright. You'll see her name there on the slide as well. You can reach us by phone if you have any questions at all. Reach me on Facebook, reach me by email. I'm here to answer any questions that you have, and hopefully, looking forward to you enjoying a career in manufacturing.
Thanks, Yasmin. Now we're going to hear from some students from the Northern Middle Tennessee region asking questions to our guests. Wyatt, would you like to start?
Yes, ma'am. Okay. My name is Wyatt Daugherty. I'm from Dixon County, Middle Tennessee, and I go to Creekwood High School. My question is, if you hired me the day after I graduated, would you provide me the training that I need, or would I need to go to a trade school like TCAT?
Hi, Wyatt. My name is Larry Dickens. I'm with North American Stamping Group, and I'll answer your question. If we hired you the day after you graduated high school, the answer to your question is yes. We would train you, or yes, you could go to a TCAT school. I think what I've heard when I've listened to all of the employers today is that what you need to understand about manufacturing is there is not just one job out there. There are multiple jobs out there, and we have jobs for entry-level positions where you can come straight from high school and we will train you and you can begin work that very day, or within a few days. Actually, we do a lot of orientation training. But then there are other skilled positions where you might want to go to trade school first, then come to work for us. And then there are many jobs where you would want to go to college and come to work for us before you came to work for us. But here's what I want you to understand also about places like us is that if you came to us directly from high school, and if you show what I heard, for instance, the lady from Bridgestone say, if you show that dedication and that skill and that drive, you can advance within our company from the very entry levels all the way up to the upper management levels. And I can give you examples of people here who have done just that. So what I want you students to know is as we talk today is that what is recognized in industry and in manufacturing is you show up for work, you come to work, you work hard, you do those things, and it'll be rewarded. It'll be rewarded monetarily. It'll be rewarded from a standpoint of progression. We also here have a tool and die apprenticeship program. If that happened to be your area of interest, you could come to work here, apply to the program. If you made it into the program, we train you completely here in-house. And we have a classroom, we have a shop. You get certificates that you can take with you to any company in America and get a job with those credentials.
Good question, Wyatt, and I love the answer. Thank you, Larry. Peyton, what is your question?
Can y'all hear me okay?
I can.
Okay, I'll just introduce myself first. My name's Peyton Griggs. I'm a junior at Gallatin High School, and I live in Sumner County. And I'm in an advanced manufacturing class at Gallatin. And my question is for the North American Stamping Group. And I just want to know what kind of benefits that I would get, and like which worker, like what benefits apply to which workers and all that.
Well, Peyton, good question. That's something that all of us want to know is how are we going to provide for our families if we take a job at a place. Our company, like many of the other companies that I've heard today in our presentations, offer a full range of health insurance, of retirement accounts, of outside training. We have tuition reimbursement, those kind of things. We have the eye, the ear, the vision. We have the HSAs, all the different types of insurance. We have a clinic right here in our building that is staffed by, I think, Care Here. And so we definitely have, a decent benefit package. You begin to accrue vacation. Unfortunately, I can't answer if that's immediately or after 90 day. It may be after a 90-day period, but very quickly you start accruing vacation. But it doesn't matter whether you start as hourly or salary. The benefit packages are the same.
Okay.
Thank you. Next, we'll hear from Autumn.
Hi, my name is Autumn Wisdom. I'm a senior at Oakland High School in Rutherford County, and I study mechatronics. And my question is, in our program at Oakland, we get certifications in things like FANUC, Siemens, and SolidWorks. Would this be something that would make us stand out to your company, or something that you would look forward to when hiring us?
I'll take that question, Ellen. So good morning, everybody again. Mrs. Wisdom, my name is Joshua Chinchilla. I'm with Rich Products Corp. And no, we do not require for our jobs, but certainly it's a great benefit to have. Just keep in mind, the more training, the more certifications that you have, the more open doors you're gonna find on every single facility, every single plant, every single job you're applying to. With OSHA, we take safety very, very seriously here in our plant and our company. And that's one of our slogans. Just remember, we do not require any certifications, but we do have Siemens robots in our plant in a couple of our packing areas.
Okay, great. Next, can we hear from Brianna?
Yes, ma'am. My question, my name is Brianna Anderson. I'm a STEM Academy student at Kenwood High School in Clarksville, Tennessee. My question for LG is, how many products do you make in one day? And how is your company doing in a pandemic?
Brianna. So as I stated earlier, we're capacity is to build 1.2 million washing machines per year. Per month, if you break that down, that's 100,000 per month. Based on the number of work days in the month, because some months have more work days than others, basically it breaks down to about 2,500 units per line per day. So our ultimate goal is to build 5,000 units a day. And just to kind of give you some understanding, that means every day during that 10-hour shift, a washing machine has to be built every 10 seconds. So we're what's known as high-speed manufacturing. So it's a fast-paced environment, but it's a lot of fun, a lot of challenges. How are we doing in the pandemic? From a production standpoint, of course, it went down. A lot of people were very concerned at the very beginning of this, are still concerned, and they didn't come to work. They stayed home. I mean, it's a large facility. We were deemed as essential employers, so we could continue to operate. But we put in a lot of measures to help prevent the spread. Like right now, I'm wearing a mask. Everybody, whether you're on the factory floor, in the office, or even if you're sitting by yourself, you're required to wear a mask. Everybody is temperature screened, everybody, whether you're employee, visitor, customer. Even if the CEO of LG Electronics came in, he would have to have a temperature screen, would be required to wear a mask, and then a close social distancing. But from a production standpoint, yeah, it did go down, but we've been able to do a lot of things and have a lot of communication with our employees about what we're doing and the steps that we're taking. So production is stabilizing, and we're getting back to where we need to be. Good question. Thank you.
Due to time constraints, I think we're going to have to wrap this up, but I hope this has sparked interest in you. And this evening, when you go home, you jump in your car and you decide to go to Pizza Hut to grab a pizza for supper, and you come home and you wash your clothes, I hope you take a moment and say thank you to all the folks and employers that have been on this call today, because they all made a part of that process. And more importantly, I hope that you've seen through the pictures and comments and videos that manufacturing isn't what it used to be. You saw a very clean, automated setting, and I hope that you continue along your career pathway, because manufacturing is a great, rewarding way to support you and your family. I also want to remind you that in November, we're going to have another virtual conference on apprenticeship opportunities. And I invite you all to join us in November for that too. But thank you to all of our students and employers today, and Bradley for you joining us. And I hope you've learned more about manufacturing in Tennessee. Thank you.